You're watching Action News Now. Storm Tracker weather. Coverage you can count on.
Take a look at this giant oak tree down near Caper Acres in Lower Bidwell Park. The City of Chico Forestry Department tells us they cleared the tree off the path last week so people could get by. And they remind people to watch out for falling limbs with all of this heat. Let's get straight over to meteorologist Patrick Wright. Patrick, what's it looking like for the rest of this week?
Well, it will be hot, and there is a chance for some of the smoke that we're seeing in our mountain areas and in the higher levels of the atmosphere for the valley to stick around for at least a couple of days. This is looking outside right now from the East Quincy camera, and yeah, you really can't see much in some cases as the smoke has filtered on in and started to block the sky and reduce visibility. We will have some more smoke coming in tomorrow, a little more prominent than what we're seeing today, especially for the valley and the higher levels of the atmosphere, and then out towards the mountains right around near the surface. But it will still be dry and it will still be hot for the next couple of days, and then we'll also have a chance for some mountain thunderstorms to roll on through for parts of this week. So let's break down some of the temperatures for tonight. Some of this may be impacted by the smoke, so we may have to bump up some of these temperatures in the valley, but so far upper 60s to lower 70s for a good chunk of the valley, mid 50s and maybe even out towards the mountains, but low 70s out towards some of the foothills. And again, some of the smoke may trap some of that heat that we're seeing today and could bump some of these temperatures up this evening. But when it comes to tomorrow, the smoke may have an opposite effect. Temperatures may be nudged down by a couple of degrees. So far, I'm going with 100 degrees in Chico, 105 out towards Redding. So compared to the heat that we could see, this is a couple degrees cooler, given that we'll have some smoke filtering into the upper levels of the atmosphere. But in terms of the fire danger for tomorrow, temperatures in the upper 90s to mid 100s, humidity 8 to 18%, so still very dry out there. South wind of about 10 miles per hour, keeping it at a high to very high danger for tomorrow. So I wouldn't recommend cutting grass or doing anything outdoors that could spark something inadvertently, because it will be rather quick for things to spark. Now, looking at the surface smoke tracker, this is what we have. By tonight, we could see some of the smoke piling up at the north end of the valley, so that'll be something to watch, where air quality may reduce a little bit, but by tomorrow that should filter on out. Most of the surface smoke sticking to the mountains. So if you have any plans or anything to head to the mountains, keep that in mind, as you will have some deteriorating air quality out there. And by Monday evening, we could see some of that filtering down in the valley, although most of that could just be the smell of smoke, not enough to really reduce our air quality in the valley. But the upper levels, that'll be a different story. We could see some of that shifting on through by early tomorrow morning, covering most of the sky with some smoke, so that'll be something to watch. This will make a hazy look to our sky. It won't completely block the sun, but could make for some interesting colors and filter out some of the light that we see. When it comes to the next few days, though, we could see a chance for some rumbles of thunder out towards the mountains, mainly Tuesday and Wednesday. Most of that activity stays well to our south, but there is that chance that we could see some thunderstorm activity, which is not good with the dry conditions out there. But the next 7 days, here's what we have. Temperatures in the upper 90s to around 100 degrees in Chico to Monday and Tuesday, mainly because of the smoke and some of those systems rolling through that could bring a chance for some rumbles of thunder. But Redding, yeah, it's going to be still hot, especially towards the end of the week. Some places sometimes could approach the 110 degree mark. We'll have to see if the smoke sticks around, but for now it's looking clear towards the end of the week.
That's good to hear. I know we were just talking about how if we saw smoke in the air, it would kind of take down the temperatures a little bit.
Yep, and that's kind of what we're seeing for the next couple of days.
We'll be right back.